Understanding women's love, debunking myths and misconceptions. When it comes to understanding women, there are several common misconceptions that men often hold. The first assumption that men make about women that is not true is that we are as influenced by physical appearance as they are. While it's true that women notice what men and other women look like, our attraction to someone is not solely based on their physical appearance. In fact, research has shown that women are more likely to be attracted to someone who is healthy and able to reproduce children who will be healthy. However, this doesn't mean that women are immediately drawn to someone who fits this description. In reality, many women are not physically attracted to their partners at first, but rather develop feelings for them over time. In fact, studies have shown that in 90% of long-term couples, the woman was not initially physically attracted to the man. This is because attraction is not the same as compatibility. While physical attraction can be an important aspect of a relationship, it's not the only factor that determines whether a relationship will be successful. Once the physical aspect of a relationship is established, what's left is whether the two individuals are compatible in other ways. Unfortunately, many women find that the men they are initially attracted to are not the right men for them in the long run. This is because attraction is not a reliable indicator of compatibility. In fact, research has shown that women are often more attracted to men who are confident and have a strong sense of self-worth, rather than those who are simply physically attractive. So, if you want to increase your chances of having a successful relationship with a woman, it's not about trying to be the most physically attractive person in the room. Rather, it's about being confident, genuine, and true to yourself. Another common misconception that men have about women is that hot women are out of their league. This assumption is based on the idea that women who are physically attractive are somehow superior to those who are not. However, this is not necessarily true. All women have insecurities, regardless of their physical appearance. In fact, research has shown that women who are considered to be physically attractive often have the same insecurities as women who are not. So, if you're interested in a woman who you think is out of your league, don't assume that she's out of your league just because of her physical appearance. Instead, focus on getting to know her as a person and building a connection with her. Finally, men often assume that women think logically and make rational decisions. However, this is not necessarily true. While women are capable of logical thinking, our brains are wired to be more emotional and intuitive than men. In fact, research has shown that the emotional center of the brain is 8 times larger in women than in men. So, if you want to understand women better, it's not about trying to make us think logically. Rather, it's about understanding our emotional needs and being empathetic towards us. It seems that on an intellectual level, there is a tendency to believe that we will respond in a logical manner. However, when emotions come into play, especially considering that women are statistically 8 times more likely to experience emotions, this logical approach often falls short. To effectively communicate with a woman, it is essential to connect with her feelings rather than relying solely on logic. This is a significant topic that I may explore in a future video, as it encompasses a broader discussion. For now, it's important to understand that just because something makes sense logically, it doesn't mean it will resonate with a woman. Women do not process information in the same straightforward or literal manner that men typically do. This leads us to another point, the assumption that a woman's emotions are stable. In reality, women's emotions can fluctuate frequently due to various factors such as hormonal changes or specific triggers. For instance, if a woman is deeply in love with you at one moment, that feeling may not persist indefinitely. Something minor could upset her, leading to irritation just moments later. Women tend to experience emotions more intensely, as their emotional centers are significantly larger than those of men. While these observations are generalizations, acknowledging that some men may be more emotional and some women more logical, they serve a purpose in understanding emotional dynamics. Women's emotions can be quite volatile, and hormonal influences can amplify this volatility. This is simply part of our biological makeup, and if it poses a challenge, it's worth considering that this design is beyond our control. My role is to help you navigate it. Next, let's address the misconception that once you have won a woman's affection, she will remain satisfied indefinitely. While it's true that we don't require constant stimulation, many men tend to relax their efforts after securing a relationship. They may assume that since they are comfortable, their partner feels the same way. This is often not the case. It's crucial to continue engaging with your partner, even in small ways. For example, surprising her with flowers for no particular reason or planning spontaneous outings can add excitement to the relationship. These gestures don't need to happen every day, but incorporating them occasionally can keep the spark alive. Even if you feel settled in your relationship, maintaining a level of stimulation is vital for her happiness. If you're not interested in making her happy, it might be worth reconsidering the relationship altogether. In a healthy partnership, both individuals should strive to contribute to each other's happiness. While there are certainly ways women can support men as well, my focus here is on guiding men in how to nurture their relationships with women. I may also create content in the future aimed at helping women understand how to treat men well. One of the most common misconceptions men have about women is that because we express love differently, it means we don't love deeply. This couldn't be further from the truth. Women, too, love deeply, but it often takes us longer to open up and share our hearts. Men tend to fall in love quickly and passionately, whereas women take a more measured approach. We take longer to trust and open our hearts, but once we do, we give our whole hearts away. There are many women who have proven this over the years. For instance, I know a woman who was married to her husband for over 40 years and remained faithful and loving until he passed away. Another woman was faithful and supportive of her partner for over 25 years until her partner died. My own mother was faithful and loving to my father until he passed away. If you look at these relationships on paper, you might think these women were with men who were not their equal. However, this is not the case. None of these men were wealthy, and my father was not particularly attractive. If you believe that all women are shallow, you are missing out on the kind of love that can sustain you. It's not about money, fame, or power, it's about the little things that show you care, value, and appreciate her. Women can be incredibly caring, nurturing, and tender, but it takes time to build that trust and connection. Choosing the right woman is crucial because not every woman will be the right fit for you. She needs to be someone who will allow you to overcome her barriers and reach that place of deep, lasting love. If you believe that a happy relationship with a woman is possible, don't give up hope. Women and men are different, but with the right approach, you can find the love and happiness you desire. I hope this video has been encouraging, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment, like, and share with all your female friends. I encourage you to subscribe, share, and make sure to check out the next video. Your comments and views on my videos truly mean a lot to me, as they help me grow and improve. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.